Hi there, guys. Hi, everyone that's already here. 1 second. I've just got to adjust everything on my end. There we go. So we've got a new one today, and then we've got two of our ones. Okay, let me see who's in the house. So, hi, Sean. Hi, Becky or Steve. Hi, Gia, Louise, Anna. Hi, you guys, and hi to those that are already here. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Lou. Hi, Helly. So I'll give it a few minutes, say hello to everybody, and then we're going to dive into something. Well, first of all, I want to show you this one from Melody, and then we'll have a little go at some colouring. Hi, Pamela, Cassandra, Amanda, Patricia, Beth. Hey! Oh, Beth, you did the one from Becky's Magical Jungle. Thank you so much. I just would never have got it done in time after what happened. Hi, Marie. Hey, Roslyn and Michelle. Love to see you this morning. Hi. This is my usual. I've got to do it on cue. Hiya. Hiya, Danny. Hi, everyone. There's so many. Hey, guys. There was a lot of leaves in that, wasn't there? Okay. Just want to give it a couple of minutes. If there's anyone new to chat, then hi, thank you for joining us. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Phoenix. You've been waiting all day, Marie. Bless your heart. Yeah, I am here. I'm here. Okay, thanks, Becky. I hope everything goes okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. Okie dokie. So today we're going to do a new one. I can't continue with the one that we were doing in here. Hence why I turn the comments off, nothing else on that video. Hi, Darla. Hi, Ray. Oh, you got Lumi. Nice. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? You're making bread. That sounds good. Hi, Cajun. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we're going to start a new one. Now, I was talking to Desiree, and we were trying to pick out, and we thought there could be one or two options. Both of us were like, ooh. So there's one in here with tulips. So we're going to go over Momo because Momo seems to be a very popular choice at the minute. So there's this one, which is very May-like because it's got tulips, and we have a lot of tulips in, zoom out. We have a lot of tulips in May and they bloom, or we have the Poppy Girl in the first book. So there's both Momos. I'm not going for Momos. We've got Momos on the screen. So those are our two choices. Hi, Ageless. Hiya, Connie. How are you doing? Hi, Judy. Hi, everybody that's joining me. Ageless. Hi, Les. Oh, you're a nice French channel. Hiya, guys. Thanks for joining us. I love the French channels. I do watch them. Why is that so dark? Right, so I have had a few questions, and I did repeat it on my last stream for what this channel is. It is a live streaming channel. This one. So we do have live streams with a live chat, and if you want to join, you are more than welcome to join, or if you like to play it back, you can open the chats up. Yeah, I was heading towards her. She looked really nice with our one of our combinations that we did in the hair series. Hold on. Everyone's thinking this one, but this one's also in the Colouring Heaven, isn't it? Hiya, Heather. So if she's in the Colouring Heaven, quite a few people can join in on that one. Okay, so I did write down our combinations for our hair. For the Pablos, do you remember we did the ombre hair? So that would look really nice on her. Also, what would look nice on her would be the red, but I do like this combination of going from the hazel to the blonde. Just having a look. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those. Ah, you're ready. Well, we're going to do it again. We're going to go again. Yeah, I do. I was liking that one. That was with the Artesias that we did, wasn't it? That really bright, dyed, fiery blonde, redhead. So, oh yeah, it's a really handy note. I love my little notebooks. I write everything, all the combinations in it. Hey, Shazo. So, what I'm going to do then, if you bear with, hold on. Oh, I finished this, but it's going to a new home, so I want to show you. Because it's going over to Susie, one of my good friends, Susie. I finished this and that. It was markers, and I had so much fun with blending markers. And the only thing I can honestly say that I used pencils was the skin. Nothing else. It was all markers. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was such a great time. So I'm going to send this to Susie because she's going to frame it. She said, and I was like, ah! So I'm going to send that off. I wanted to show it to it now. So that you can see it before it goes off to its new home. I did put some, I don't know if you can see the gold, just in the bits of jewels in her hair, and there's a bit of Winker Stella on her rope belt, but apart from that, it's all markers most off, and I really enjoyed that. That was great fun. So just want to give you a quick preview of that before it goes off to its new home. And also, quickly to show you, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, I'm not going to give any spoilers, don't worry, but if you're a Game of Thrones fan and you are still on a roller coaster of emotions after the last episode, this new image from Mariola Budek is out. Hold on, let me bring my light down a bit. This is Mother of Dragons. What an amazing image. It is in PDF. It comes in a light grey, a dark like this, and a sepia tone. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, this is amazing. You will just, you know what I mean. But even if you're not and you don't watch it, this is a gorgeous image. So I highly recommend you pop on over to Mariola's shop. So I will link it after. The things that I have linked are the 2 Momo books and the book I'm going to be showing you in a minute. But I will link Mariola Budek as well because she's incredible. And you know how much I love her. We did... Oh, she's my favourite PDF artist, I'd say. Okay, so whilst we all decide what we're going to be doing with these in a minute, I'm going to give you a quick flip through and preview into the new colouring book from Mystic Art Mirrors. Again, I've linked this in the description. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Okay, so this was sent over by Gorgeous Melody, who is a very good friend, and she has sent this over, and it's stunning. There's 2 factors I love about this one. It's single-sided, so you can do all your mediums in there, and it's based on Disney. Oh, it's amazing. It was amazing. Okay, so what she has done, she's included one printed image, which is Tinkerbell on a stack of books, or it's Tinkerbell inspired. Hi, Mum. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So you can have a little preview now. So then it was signed at the top to Samantha, and then it's got, I think her name is Christian, or I'll have to have a look. But it's a Tinkerbell sign. This is just on a copy paper, this one, but you can copy it onto something else. The lighting is driving me berserk today. It's really playing up. Bear with me a second, everybody. Is that better, or is that too flashed out? Give me a second. Let me just put my hand there. Hold on. Hold on. Let me sort this out before we go ahead, because I don't want the lighting all off. Hey, Pickle. Okay. Let me know what it's like on your screens as well as my hand. Is it dark? Is it light? How's your screens, guys? Hey, Sue. Hi, everybody coming in. Big love to you. Is it okay on your screens? Let me just... I might go and get the black one if this plays up. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm going to zoom. No, I'm not going to zoom in. There we go. It's just, there we go. Right. If it plays up, then we'll zoom in anyway when we're colouring. Okay, so I want to give you a quick preview of this. This is absolutely stunning, and we also really want to thank... No, I don't. I don't have a ceiling fan. That flickering is the light. If I turn the light away, it's because it's white. If I turn the light slightly away, it won't flicker as much, but it's just the flickering because of the light. It's because it's white. Once we open stuff, you won't see it. Oh, that's okay. You have a great time, Mini Hulk. Right, so we're just going to go straight on in there. Hey, Donna. Good to see you. Right. So what we're going to do is start from page 1, which is your opening page. No, it's all fine. That's fine. The white balance is on. It will just play out because it's all white at the moment, but that will sort itself out. I've got all the studio lights up. Let's turn that down. It's because it's a white screen. We'll deal with it. Okay. Because I just want to keep going. It will go away once it starts. Otherwise, we're going to spend too long talking about flickering on a page. Okay, so we're going to what seems like a Rapunzel theme and Tangled with Pascal. I'm not quite sure who this one's based on, but I'm going to say Merida because the hair and the bow and arrow. So it's quite like that. Then we've got Flounder and Ariel. And as I said, they're single-sided. It's a thick cardstock. As I said, when I start colouring, it'll go. It'll go. And then we got what looks like Belle from Beauty and the Beast because she sits with her books, her basket, and she's sitting reading with crossed legs. We have Snow, which is our front page image. So it's just the line art versions. You can go to her page for the inspiration as well, which is really gorgeous. Then we've got the Queen of Hearts, which is just, look, she's so sassy. We've got Cinderella when she's at work with the mice. Which one's Gus? We'll say he's Gus. Look, because he's got a little podge. He's got a tiny little podge. Can you see the podge with his bit of cheese? And Gus. That is another Queen inspired. So there's going to be a few that might be a repeating character, but just in different styles. Morning, Rochelle. Then we've got the Mad Hatter in a female form. Hey, Katrina, good to see you. Hi, Sammy Boom. Hi, Connie. Oh, did you, Kenny? You're going to love it. We've got Alice. We've got Alice. Oh, the White Queen. Thank you. That's Snow because she's got the apple and the mirror. I know she's done some of them a few times. We've got Alice in a different style again with the white rabbit and the time. Connie, no, it's out now. It's available. I have put it in the description for you, hun. The tea party again. It's great, isn't it? It's amazing. And then we've got Tink. Now, as I said, when you order the image, she's given you one that she's printed out. Now, that's just a signed one, so you can colour that, or you can just put it aside, pop it aside, and keep it. However, it's in the book as well. So, I think whichever one the printed image that you receive is going to be the same paper as the other books. It's a thick cardstock. Hey, Randy and Girl in a Game. Good to see you both. It's stunning, isn't it? That's got a thimble on the end that she can't prick a finger. So that might be Sleeping Beauty. Hey, Brenda. Good to see you, girl. Red Riding Hood. Hey, Gary. Hi, everyone coming in. If I don't see you, it's not on purpose. Elsa. We love Elsa in this place. Go on, everyone. In the live chat, what do we could sing? It's one of those. Hey, Jane. That's okay. You lurk away, my dear. Okay, we've got Sleeping Beauty again. It definitely was her because it's the same thimble that she had. But this time she's got the spindle thing and the she's got a little square on her and she's fast asleep. You crack me up, Desiree, with your two. Okay, and then we've got, I think that's Princess and the Frog, isn't it? So you get a good little insight and look to what's in it, which is great. I love being able to do that. This one's got to be the Evil Queen because she has the heart. It's got to be. I'm just pre-warning you. If Chip goes barking, it's because Andrew's coming in very shortly. Pocahontas with Miko. This one's one of my favourites, as well as the Tangled. Okay, Sue, that's fine. Like, this one is my favourite, along with this one. Hey, Katie. Hi, Dash. Good to see everybody. Randy, have you come? You come off your high from Game of Thrones? Yeah, I won't say any spoilers. I promise everyone. I'm not even going to just. All I'm saying is that it is amazing if you've not watched it, and you're going to have a great time watching it. This one's, I think, another. It might be. Oh, that might be an Ursula. You know when she goes as Ariel because she takes the voice with the necklace. Oh, same here, Randy. It was incredible, wasn't it? Oh, I love the Vampire Diaries, Dash. I've watched them all. Flounder and Ariel. I love Flounder. I just want to colour him. I know. My heart. I said, do you want to laugh? Do you want a quick laugh? Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I sent this to Lou. It made me laugh so much. It was me all over. 1 minute. Game of Thrones had me like, and he's got a can in his bin. He's got a blood pressure machine. I was like, that's me. That was me. I couldn't stop. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I was like, where's the blood pressure machine? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. And that's Cinderella when she goes to the ball. And she's got still got the mouse in her hand, but she's got a ball gown on this time. She's quite fierce. And that is the book. I think there's 20 images if I'm correct, but I'm going to have to double check that. Okay. Then we have our envelope. And you get some prints. So because of the glare, I'm going to have to hold them up. So the print that you get, this one of, you get different ones. You won't get the exact same ones as I've got in mine. I know. That's okay, Donna, at your own pace, darling. And then we have this one, which is so cute. You just want to frame all of these, like, you know, as well as the other ones that you get. It's gorgeous. And then we've got this one. Do we need an excuse to buy a new tablet, Gaiden? There's 35 images, thank you. And then you get your 2 cards. That is her business cards. It's got details on the back. As I said, I've linked her shop. Right. So that is an insight. So if you've got this coming on the way, you've got a treat coming for you. It's beautiful. Connie, your picture that you've done out of it is gorgeous. You've been doing a few, haven't you? I know. It's funny because my Andrew's not into it, although he kept walking in the room at my reactions. Right, so we're going to just go straight in. So I'm going to put these in front of us, and as I said, the flickering will go. Oh, and as I said, if you're coming in and you haven't already seen Mariola Budek, this is her latest Game of Thrones inspired. Yes, you, Connie. I'm going to say CB because we've got Connie U and we've got Connie CB. So I'm going to call you CB if you don't mind, so we don't get mixed up. I can't, Honor. I can't. Okay, so I'm going to have to pick, and I'm guessing that either one of these, hold on, I'm going to do it this way. Let's do it this way. Bear with me. There we go. I have to choose, and my choice is going to be based on what I'm feeling, I think. And I think either or. Now, I'm going to probably go with this one. The reason I'm going to go with this one is because, one, most people have got it, and two, it's in the Colouring Heaven magazine. So, yeah. So I think based on that, I would go with this one, so that I've got a bigger chance of people being able to colour along with it. Now, what I might do is already go with one of the combinations that we did for our hair. You know, we've done all the hair ones. The flickering will stop mostly when we start colouring because it recognises all the white. Now, we've done quite a few hair episodes here, and we could go for, if we want to go for the Artesias, it's the red one. Hey, Kimmy K. If we want to go for the ombre hair, it's the Pablos, which would be this one. Do you remember? We've done them both. So if you want to follow a full, we'll do it again, but if you want to follow the full tutorial on a bigger scale, you can go over to the actual image and tutorial that's on the channel already. So I'm thinking my thoughts is probably going to be the ombre, just because I really think that it will go with this image. Plus, against those red and really vibrant orange poppies, this might look really cool. And then we get to use Pablos, which we don't use often on here. So let me go and grab the cards, if you mind 2 secs. I'm just going to go and grab the cards and we'll do this one. I think it will just stand out a mile if we do that, won't it? Okay, let's just put that way for a second. Bear with me. Be right back. Let me just get the cards. We could, sorry, I'm just thinking, my mind's in overdrive. I could do them in, I could convert the Pablos over to Prismacolors. What do you want? Hi, Amberly. I don't have to do the Pablos. I can convert over to Prismas. Take your pick. I'm just going to get the pencils, guys. Because Pablos and Prismas, the colours are very alike, although I do want to do Lumi Skin. Okay, should we do that? Okay, let me get them then. Okay. You want me to convert them over? Okay, that's fine. That is fine by me. So I'm going to convert these and we'll write a new combination down then for Prismas, yeah? So if you want to do the Pablo one, I have a full video on it that's already on the channel. I'll link that in the description as well. If I do them in Prismacolor, we've got a new combination, which is great. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go with a golden blonde tip going into our... Oh, you're going to do a little workout. That's good. Okie dokie. Ready? Are we ready? I love colouring, so this is my, like, happy place. Right, so what we'll do then, we'll convert the colours over to Prismas then. We'll do a Prisma conversion from Pablo's. Yeah, the Pablo's was the conversion, the one that I've already done, and I'm going to convert the Pablo's over to Prismas because most people have got this image and most people have got Prismas, so we'll do that. I am good to do any. So I'm going to grab a bunch of colours, everybody, and then we're going to find the cards. So if you don't mind, I'm going to find the ones in here first. So you're going to need a variety of browns going from light to dark, and I'm going to stick some bronze in there as well. I'm going to add a hint of Tuscan red in there because I love that colour. We're going to go with a very light pale base of a yellow. You need a yellow ochre, and a very pale light like a burnt sienna. So we're going to find the colours that we need. Hey, darling, how are you? You move around. And then we're going to go for a variety of poppies because there's a couple of poppies that we can do. So we're going to have the bright red ones on some. I'm going to try and speed this process up. We need a burnt ochre. We need a sienna brown, a dark umber. I'm just picking, guys. Bear with me. Light umber. Let's pick a bunch. Right, and then we need some yellow. Okay. And then we're ready for the fun. I've just got to grab all the colours. And then we can have, oh, what's that colour? That's a nice one. Sepia. The thing is, with the yellow ochre is probably best, but then we need like a deco. Lemon yellow is good. Okay. We're grabbing a bunch. Hey, Zeely, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages. How you doing? How is everybody, by the way? That's me being rude. I'm just going to grab, I won't use all, I just got the colours in front of me then. Oh, we've got a new dark umber, I didn't realise I had that. Alright, polys are my favourite for hair. Right, so I've got a bunch of colours, and we're going to go from dark to light. Right, vital, you need a black. Black is always needed for the last stage. So I think we're going to go for a very pale base of brown at the top in a light umber and build up to dark umber and dark brown, maybe a sepia. And then as we go down, we can add in burnt ochre. The very base can be a sand with a yellow ochre, and we can add in sienna brown and black. Okay, we've got our colours. I think. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll make them up on the spot. So I'm fine. Thank you very much, though. I like to just think them up as we go along. And then we've got a new one, haven't we? Okay, we're ready. Are we ready? This part I can't skip. If I could skip ahead, it would be pre-recorded. It wouldn't be a live stream. I do, but I can't do that on live streams. I have to sort of sit and work it out. Okay, now we've got to find the cards, which is the next stage. I'm telling you, I need an assistant. Does anyone want to come? I have, honestly, there are days I sit here and I think I could really do with someone just getting them out for me. Okay, so we've got terracotta. All my cards are in such a funny order because I dropped them. Sienna brown, sepia. Are you all good? Everyone well? Everyone that's here, I hope you are. If you're not, I do apologise, and I hope you get better soon. Goldenrod, that was the other one I was doing. Hi Lynette, how are you? That was the other one I was looking for. Goldenrod, we need goldenrod. You're fine and dandy. That is what I like to hear. We need goldenrod. That was the other one. Goldenrod is vital for me. Right, I'm going to start with the top and work my way down. Yeah, there, as long as we've got some out. Okay, so very top, my first base colour. Sorry about Chip, he's going to bark. I'm going to go for sienna brown very, very lightly. As I said, just ignore him a second. Right, we're zoomed in. Do you want me to come down a tad more? As long as you can see what I'm doing. Bear with Chip, he's barking. Andrew's just come home. Is that all light on your screen? It's good on your screen. Chip, Chip. Chip. 1 second, everyone. 1 second. Chip, please, I'm streaming. Come on. Like you understand that, but still. Come on. Good boy. Look, you know who it is. Go on. You don't know more barking. Go on. Alright, sorry everyone. I had to just go and tell him. Okay, we'll finally get started now. Okay, so we're going to use Prismacolors then, and I'm going to convert it over. I know, like, oh my gosh. Okay, breathe. So we're going to go with a very light base coat just to start with at the top because we work our way down. This is just a very light base. It's just to get us started so we don't have any nasty white spaces. I say that to everyone when I do hair. I don't want the white space. So you don't have to base. You can do it by strands and fill in after. But this just makes it a lot easier on you. In my opinion, as I say, I'll just show you my colouring style. That's all I can do. So basing down just gives you a little coverage so you don't have your nasty space. So we will do the ombre. This is like a very reddy brown. And it just gives a good little base coat. Hi, Susie. That's okay, don't be sorry. Yeah, well, like that's what I said. I do talk to him. I'm not the only mad one that talks to their pets, am I? I do talk to him. Like he knows what I'm saying half the time. Okay, so same on this side. Only the very ends are going to be the blonde. I'm going to try and not put my hand in the way. So leave the sort of bits here and on the ends there to have the blonde, and go with just everywhere else that hasn't got blonde. So it's just getting an even coat. Really? I know, Susie. I know the feeling. Yeah, I know. But they are good listeners as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop about, let's get our sort of point. I think I'm going to stop about here. So put your hand there, your finger there. Let's get this going. Let's get it just all covered. There we go. Okay, so it's just the first one. It's just to start us off. Okay, so we need to work up a few browns. So I'm going to go for light umber. I need my sharpener. But I wanted like a little bit of a reddy colour. So I'm going to go for light umber next. Me too. And I'm not even ashamed to say that. You could have a conversation with them, right? Not like they will ever answer back as well, which is great. Okay, so let's get our dark brown, and the next colour is going to be light umber. The thing is, coming up with a new combination is going to be similar to the one that you've already got, but you're doing it on the spot. So it takes a little bit of prep for me because I've just thought this up and I need to find the cards. If I didn't do the cards, my thing would be on the page by now. But because I've got to put the cards in for everyone, it takes a little bit longer. I just got to find light umber. Yeah, CB's Connie, and then you've got Connie Ulrich as well. So we've got a couple of Connies here. This is why sometimes we get mixed up, because Connie thinks I'm speaking to her, and then Connie's like the other Connie saying, "Are you talking to me?" I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get everyone mixed up in a minute. So we've got a couple of Connies. CB is Connie, and we've got another Connie here as well. So we've got a couple. I can't find this colour. It's going to drive me lally. So I'm going to call you CB so I don't get mixed up. Although I know you're Connie. So I hope that's okay, Connie. So this is going to take a little bit longer today. I do apologise. It's just because I've not got everything out. I was prepared on my colour book, not on the colours. Right, I'm just going to say this one out loud because I can't find the thing and I'm going to spend forever trying to find it. Because honestly, I'll be here forever. So this is the only one that I can't find the card for. And Tilly's going to start now. Dear Lord. Okay, so this is Light Umber PC941, okay? So that we can get started. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever and a day. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Right, so what I'm going to do is start off with facing out some strands and building up where we're going to go with it. So I'm not going to go to the very ends, and the very end is going to be down there. It's going to be the most blonde anyway. So let's go with up here and just drag that colour down. It doesn't have to be neat at this point. You're getting colour on a page and you've got to decide where you want your highlights as well. Hey, Mike. Mike. If I call you, if your name's not your username and I'm calling you by your husband's names or partner's names or brother's names, it's just easier to remember names when it's your name that you've got on your username. So if you're not a guy and I call you a guy, it's just because it's your name on your screen, that's all. So please don't be offended. Okay, so we're just going to build up with the light umber and just start to place where we're going to have these strands coming out from. Again, I'll just repeat this part is not neat. This is just placement of colour. And I am going to speed it up a tad so that we can get more done. Now, you've got to remember where you're going to stop your brown colour and go into your blonde. So just bring that colour down and just very wispy. You want your hand wispy. Oh my gosh, the amount of comments just popped up. Sorry, it came up on, why do I speak like I'm 5 years old? Oh gosh. This is on the amount of bad comments this week has been crazy. I'm ignoring it. I'm not bringing it to the stream, I promise you. It just popped up. It caught my eye. It's like I can change my voice, you know? Anyway, so I'm just bringing all of that light umber up. And we're going to kind of bring it to about here. It's fine. I've had so much this week. I'm not gonna, honestly, I'm not bringing it to the stream. I'm not like that. You know, what is what it's it, as people say, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just been insane this week. And like you say, nothing better to do, but it's been too much. It's people with fake accounts as well. Yeah, I can't be bothered this week. Not in the mood. And my mum, we've just lost another family member, you know. So last night, my mum lost her uncle. So it's the last thing I want to be dealing with is silly bullies. It's getting insane. Okay, so we're just enough to build up the layers. No, I don't. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to just put enough in, yeah? Not too much. So what's everybody working on and what are you most looking forward to? I'm going to be publishing my review for Colour Morphia on the 2nd. I've just, 2 days ago, I ordered the full set of the Le Monche markers. I don't know how you say them. The 164 set, is it? Thank you. Oh, you did start at the same time. Thank you. Yeah, it's part of the parcel. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind negative. Honestly, I don't. It's just too much in 1 week. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, honestly. My Kirby thing is on the 2nd, so it's my full review, and I've got them beside me to film so I can publish it. So I will be doing that straight after. And I will publish it then. And as I said, I bought the markers so that we can also do a marker-based picture without using all the expensive ones. So I want to do a budget demonstration against a expensive. So I want to use my most expensive against a cheaper range and see what they all come out like. Okay. So we're just getting built up now. No, thank you. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Oh, it takes forever. I love the Chinese dragon though. It's one of my favourites. It's one of my favourites. Okie dokie. Let's change it to very positive things. So you let me know what you're all doing and what you're looking forward to and all the good stuff, not the bad stuff. And what projects you're most looking forward to, because there's a lot of projects going on. Well, I personally think it's a great book to have, but if I was to choose out of which one's April, it would be the US edition against the UK. That's just me on the paper. I'm not a paper snob. I can have Create Space books. I'm fine about that. I can be about certain things though. I mean, we all get our little things. Like, I'm snobbish sometimes about where placement of them, and I don't like to have an image off the page, or do you know what I mean? We all have our little things, and there are things that I would prefer on better paper, I must admit. And there are times the Create Space paper's too thin, i.e. Bennett Klein's books. They are super thin. However, if I'm going to spend out more than £5, I want a decent book. And I think the colour Morphia ticks that box. So it's absolutely perfect for paper, the US edition. It is off-white, but it is a nice thick book. Okay, so we've got first round down. Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, I will be. I'll be completing this one. So this was the light umber. It's the only one that I didn't have the card for. So it's PC941 because I'm not hunting for that one. So we're going to go for dark brown. And that's our next colour. And we're going to start to build up an even darker layer. Yeah, it'd be great, Connie. And now we're going to start to add in more detail. And we've done hair so many times on this channel. We're probably sick of it, aren't we? But I love it because we do portraits a lot. So we're going to start to add in a darker take. Oh, nice. I haven't got a colour it book. They don't appeal to me because of the price. I mean, they're great. The paper's great on them again, but the Dragons one looks cool. I think in the US they're more accessible to you, right? Rather than the UK. We have a few on UK, but not as much as you guys in the US. I think it's a US-based company. And also, I got a hold of Art and Fly, which is the Art and Fly markers. Now, for us in the UK, you can get refills, but you have to pay the shipping, which is $18. They're not accessible in the UK like on eBay or Amazon. You have to go through their website. Now, if you go through their website, you do get a good deal on the actual refills, but the shipping is quite steep, and obviously you have to have customs on top. So if you are thinking about buying the Art and Fly markers as my display on Saturday stream, you probably will have a hard time in getting the refills unless you're willing to pay out. So for that, I'd say go for the Copic over that, in my opinion, just because the refills are accessible everywhere. Okay, so not pressing too hard on this, but I'm pressing enough for it to start to sort of form. Now this we're going to come back to this area. So just add enough in so you can see the strands, but we're going to come back because you want to add a little bit more of your light umber in there. Okay, so you're just kind of just following it around to see it starts to take shape. Okay, so it is a building up process, but it'll get there, and it doesn't actually take too long once you get into the swing of it with that hand. And also, you always go back to your lightest shade in the middle so that we get rid of all those white spaces. But that's just an area that you come back to. I'm going to the theatre again tomorrow night, which is exciting. Has anyone got anything planned? I went to the theatre to see Aladdin for my birthday, and Andrew's booked us to go and see Thriller tomorrow night, because there was a deal on the tickets. And yeah, it's just another night out in London, isn't it? Which one, Connie? Sorry, let me come up. Did you say my book is on the way? I've already ordered it. Oh, which one? The Mystic Art Mirrors, Connie. Is it on the way now? Did you order the Mermaids and Friends one? Thank you. Thriller, Camille. We're going to go see Thriller. There was a deal on it, and we all know why. We all know why, but it's the production. I love the theatre. It's like if I was to go to New York, it would definitely be go Broadway. I absolutely love theatre shows. It's one of my things. What do you guys like to do? The Art and Fly's in. Yeah, nice, honey. The mermaid one's lovely. Oh, Natalie, that's so sweet. I would be so engrossed watching that. I love birds. Okay, so remember on the face, I'm not going to bring any colour to all of these bits, because what's going to end up happening is you've got to do the skin, and it'll end up where you've got a muddy mess. So you have to wait for the skin to be done, and then you come in with your flicks and swishes and all of that. So what we'll do today, we'll do the hair, we'll do the face, and we'll start on the poppies, and we'll wait for the clothing. I think we're going to go for, we want something spring-like. Maybe we'll go for some yellow, like an ochre yellow. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe yellows, and I'm going to have a look at some spring palettes for clothing and decide on that. But I want it to be spring-like, because it is spring and it's got to reflect that. Okay, so we're just going to bring a few of those strands this way. We are going to do a background on her as well. And if you have got this in the Colour in Heaven magazine, then you can follow along with that as well. So this is going to go a little bit lighter. Okay. So then what we're going to bring in next is dark umber. That's a tad darker, and it's a beautiful colour. Oh, you put based on touch 5 marker skin tones. Yeah. Touch 5s or the is it Lay Monche? I don't know how you say that. Is it Lay Monche markers? They're gorgeous as well, and I've got those coming. Honor has got those and really highly recommends those as a base, don't you, Honor? Okay, so dark umber is your next colour choice. Now you're going to have to be a little bit more generous with your lay down on this. Don't worry if you get a little bit of a snap if you've sharpened it to the length that I have, because your root is going to be your darkest. So focus on your root, and this is where you graduate down. And as I say, I'm not an expert. I'm just showing you what I do. Okie dokie. Yeah, the colour combination's lovely once it's all done. Okay, so what we're now just focusing on is just the very top. So when you go with the top, you can do strands. It will have a little bit of a wax build up, but what you can do instead of doing it with your hand, just get a brush and you can just pop that off the page that way so that you don't get any smudging. This is a dark brown, as you can see, and it really does start to build it up gorgeously. All your white spaces are going to be gone. It's just all gone. It goes, but you come back. It's like a backwards process. You start from the beginning and you work your way back there. So it really is just a case of build up. Oh, they're gorgeous. If you've got any questions about products, do fire away. I can give you my opinion, but it might not be the same as yours. That's what I say. But if you want any information on products, if I've got them, I can help you. If I can help, then I'm happy. Oh yes, Maria Troll's new book came out, didn't it? I've just, funnily enough, Connie, I just saw that today because I was printing off the dragon picture, the Mother of Dragons picture, and I spotted that. So if you are a Maria Troll fan, her brand new book's out. I think you can get it on Printworks Market and also on Cool Craft Book. You could, yeah. Oh, is it for pre-order? Yeah. So you can pre-order it now, can't you? Because I saw that it popped up on Cool Craft. They've got a pre-order up. Okay, so if you're bringing out some swishes, which I usually always do, just focus on the ones that's already pre-existing. And make sure you still rotate your pencil so that it's still sharp. And it keeps it nice and sharp for you. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to bring back a lighter colour. So we're going to come to sienna brown. And I'm just going to, hold on, guys, hold on. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is just add that. I'm just got to hold the page. Add that into, you know, our white spaces. Just bring in very quick flicky motions. Just bring that in. Nice, Connie. Yeah, I think they're also going to be releasing it, but I'm not sure of the date, eventually on Amazon, like most of them, but I'm not quite sure when. So you can always wait for the Amazon release. I am using Prismacolors. I can put that in the paper in front of me so you can see. So we're just using Prismas. I'm converting the Pablos that we did. We did a combination with Pablos into Prismacolors, which is these colour tones. So originally we did Pablos in this hair colour, which I'll show you. We did the Pablo one, so we're going to recreate it on this. So it has got a slight red tinge to it. Yeah, Tammy, I'm going to do her skin, yeah. going to do the hair and skin and hopefully start on one of the poppies so we know which direction and write the colour combinations down. So we've got it all prepared for the next string. I will let you know. I think I should be around on Thursday, but I have to double check because it's quite a busy time this week, and what ends up happening is my back gives out on me if I do too much. So if I'm here on Saturday. Also, Sarah for the giveaway has not come forward for her prize. So I'm going to give it till Saturday. That gives her a week. If she's not come forward, I was going to redraw today, but you don't know people's circumstances, do you? She might not have been around. You don't know. So I'm going to give her to this week. If not, I'm going to redraw because what's going to end up happening, it's not going to be claimed. Oh, I love, love, love horses. I'm going to go for light umber. Let me see if I can find it one last time. Once we've done this, the next bit's on as time consuming. It's the layering up that takes the time. But yeah, as I was saying, I was going to redraw today. However, we know in this community, and this is what I'm thinking, you don't know people's circumstances. They might not be well. She might not have watched the last stream back, even though I very clearly stated that it was going to be drawn on Saturday. I do give people a little bit of time. If she has not got back, then I will redraw with the current existing numbered people. Oh, what did you have? A procedure on your back, Connie, yesterday? Okay, so we're going to go for light umber in the spaces here. And what did you do for your birthday, Connie, in the end? I hope you had a nice time. I bought as well. I'm really, really, really keen and eager to learn blush. Does anyone know how to do brush lettering? Oh, Katrina, not waxy ones on smooth paper. I'd probably go for the polys a little bit more. Is it nice and clear in your screens? Hold on, everybody. Let's turn that down a bit. I'm just playing around a second, make sure it's okay in your screens. Okay, so we're just going to add this colour into the middle because we've got a variation of browns. It builds up. You want all those nasty white spaces gone. So just focus on the white spaces only. And you're still going to have that strand effect, but it does take time. I was watching, has anyone subscribed? She's brilliant. Honestly, an amazing, amazing artist. Kirsty, or is it called Kirsty Partridge Art? Which paper are you referring to, Katrina? Because I use, on smooth colouring books, my Prismas kind of go a bit too, they clump. And that's when I refer over to my polys, but it depends. Yes, smooth Bristol, that's Strathmore, isn't it? It's different. But I think some of these colouring books can be a little bit too smooth for your Prismas, and my Prismas tend to clump. But Prisma colours will pretty much go on anything if you make them. Okay, so we're just going to bring that down. And the same here. Now what I'm going to do is just add our yellow. So we need the sand base. She is amazing. Now she also does, but you have to be a Patreon, which I'm not. So if you want to do the proper way, as I say, I'm not an artist, I'm just a colorist. She does Patreon. She shows you how to do hair from scratch. And she does strands as well. And her layering process is exactly in the way of build up, build up, build up, build up from a few strands. You keep going and going and going and going. And she's absolutely incredible. Oh, really? She's amazing. And she's from the UK as well, isn't she? She speaks so lovely. I adore her channel. But I have thought quite often, if I'm going to go down the route of learning how to draw really good, then she would be my turn-to person. She's incredible. So I highly recommend her if you want a expert on it, you know, someone that could teach you from absolute scratch on the good ways of doing things. But again, every artist and every colorist has got their own style. And as long as you, I'm going to really preach this part, as long as you enjoy yourself, it doesn't matter what your page looks like. Do not compare to others because everybody is so different, like completely different. So I honestly recommend her, and I have bought a few books and I really want to learn brush lettering and I really want to start the basics of drawing. And now I'm not terrible, but I'm not great at drawing. And I need to learn if I'm going to go down that. And it would be her. It really would be her. I know we all do it, but I'm going to preach don't. We're all terrible at doing that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a cream, I thought, or a sand. What one should we go for? I think sand. I'm just trying to compare. Hold on. So definitely take the time to go check her out. We're going to get Jasmine. Let's get Jasmine. All right, get some Jasmine in on this. I'm going to put this in the screen for you so you know what colours I'm using. Okay, ready? We got that. It's nice and clear. Okay, so let's go for some Jasmine. Now, very lightly on the very base of this, just bring it up and meet. Just light, light, light. Meet that colour that you've got put down and it will blend in together. So just put some base in on this. And it's just going to, again, take out the nasty white space that we don't want. And it's also going to give us a starting point when we start to build up our next colours. I can't wait to do the poppies. I'm looking forward to doing those. Now, poppies can be reds. I think there's some orange poppies and yellow poppies. Am I right? There's some different colours that you can get in a field, but the red is the classic. I'm not going to do the second page. I'm just going to do this page here. So we just got that to build up with now. So we're going to bring in some yellow ochre. We need some goldenrod, and we'll bring in some, just trying to decide, we'll bring in some other colours. So we're doing prison steel. So I'm just checking out, oh, I love them. I love them. I'm just checking out my picture that I've got printed out. Hold on. So I put in some, yeah, I did. I thought so. The very base was my lightest, obviously. So we brought down some yellow ochre into this and we started to allow those colours to blend. So just very lightly bring the yellow ochre in and nice and sharp. Keep rotating your pencil so it keeps sharp and it will sort of blend in with the end. So this starts to darken up because what we do is add in our burnt ochre as well and it kind of blends down. And the very end will have some cream in it as well. So we're just making this up as we go along. If it works, then fabulous. There's no wrong in this. We can kind of go with how we want it to be. Now, I'm going to add just the yellow ochre in because it's not going to be very light at the base. So we're going to add it here as well. And we're going to, again, bring the browns in and just sort of merge it all together. That's what we're going to do. So we'll add a touch. Now, the very end is going to be cream, so sort of put your finger there as your base. It's your blockade. Okay, so then we're going to bring in some burnt ochre. And just allow those strands down. I'm going to just look at the screen a minute. Hi, Elizabeth. Remember, if there's anyone new, if there's any questions or anything that you want to address, just pop it in caps. Anything to me, pop in caps so that I spot it. If I miss it, it's because my head's down. But I'll try and capture it. Okay, so we're on a build-up process, which is take some time. And remember, we've still got to do all our detail with the black and add in stuff, but what we're doing is building up. So it just allows it to come down. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Nicole. Okay, so try not to go into your skin. And next, we're going to bring in some light umber. And just bring the strands down again. So just go with the strands of the hair that you've been given anyway. So just remember to link it into your dark hair. So we've still got to deepen that with some black. Just get the layers of colours in is what our purpose is. Let's build it up. Let's get it going. Hey! Hi everyone coming in. So we are just doing a Momo today. We're doing part one. So if I zoom out, you can kind of see it on a big scale, how it's going to end up looking. I hope it's okay in your screens. It looks like it's too hot. Hold on. If this gets a little bit... Let me just see. It just doesn't resemble how my hand looks. Sometimes the lighting can be your friend. Sometimes it can play up. So I'm going to try and do it so that it's our friend today. And not being ridiculous. Hey Victoria, thank you Marie. So we use prismas then if that's what everyone wants to use, because I know quite a lot of people have this image as it was in the colouring heaven. So I'm going to roll with that for you. Okay, so we're going to bring the light umber into these areas as well and just drag that brown down. And if you're nervous about doing this kind of thing, you're like, oh, it doesn't work for me. It can. Just follow the steps, honestly. Don't be afraid to do it. It does work out in the end. It's just time and practice. Because I hear that quite a lot. It doesn't work. I'm like, it does. It does. Take Kevin. Catch you later. It just takes time. It's time and a lot of patience and a lot of practice. You know, it was funny because I was showing Desiree yesterday. I have been doing this for 4 years now, not on YouTube. I was on Facebook and Instagram for many years before I joined YouTube, 2-3 years. I'm just going to get cream. And it takes time, you know, and quite a few beginners come and say, I can't get it right. And I'm like, I remember in the beginning I was with felt tips and I didn't know the first thing about shading. It takes some time. Then you start your first shade and you think it's amazing, and it was. You know, I never put myself down in those times because I enjoyed that. And as basic as it was, I loved every second of it. That's what kept me going. So I'm just blocking out with cream on this end. So 4 years ago, I thoroughly got into this hobby, and it is a building up process. It takes time, but it takes also a lot of enjoyment hours, and that's the main thing. That's what you want to focus on. Yeah, Christina, they're not my go-to be fair, with Let's put in some black on this. They're not my go-to for hair. My go-to for hair is a really hard, I'd say, pencil like Pablo's or Polly's. Polly's is my go-to for hair. Lumi's as well, even. We're going to bring in black a minute so I know where I'm going, and then we're going to build up. Okay, so black is going to be quite dominant at the top, but don't muddy the rest of the colours out, kind of thing. So just lightly add the black in, enough so you can see it and it starts to make a difference at the top. Also, you can bring your strands down and round as well. So we did this whole hair thing, I think, in 3 hours. So we're trying to condense it down a bit. It does take some time, and it all comes together. Yeah, it does. It was great. Yeah, it's the process, and you got to remember why you fell in love with it. What made you enjoy it? Was it just not thinking too much? In the beginning, did you worry about colours, or did you just put pen to paper? Have you always been one of those people that worries about what it's going to come out like? What is it? And you have to kind of think back. So what made you fall in love with it? Was it the whole process? Was it the colours? Was it the book? Was it sitting down and having some 3 hours to yourself? And just remember that once you do, you're going to enjoy it again, because we all sometimes put so much pressure. I know I do it. That's why I'm saying it. I do it myself. If something doesn't come out right, I feel like putting it in the bin. I never did that before. Whatever it came out like, I went with it. It takes time. It really does. And that's for beginners. You know, I'm saying that more too, because also people that's fallen out of love with it, or their mojo's gone. And you hear that a lot. You hear that a lot. Yeah, me too. It used to. Thank you. It does. We've got to remember why we went down the road a bit, you know. Okay. I just want to come back to some dark umber. We've got to just build up a little bit more again. And just make sure that all those nasty spaces are eliminated. Remember, the top of your hair is your darkest. This will build up, and then when they're almost done with it, you just got to take out and make sure the details are all sort of done. And also, while you've got a sharp pencil, just add in those hairs that come out. So just add them in with your dark umber. Oh, don't be sorry. Your life is first, Beth. Thanks for coming and joining us. Don't ever be sorry. Your lives are first. I honestly don't mind. Don't be sorry, honestly. Life is so important first. They're here to watch back. As I said, I'm so grateful for everyone, but if you ever need to go, you never have to apologise. You just have to do your thing. Okay, so we've got the dark umber. Now that's going to be the lightest, so we're going to keep that as such. There we go. So it's nearly done. We're getting there with it. Oh, Marie, how lovely. You're a photographer before. That is amazing. I'm sorry that. Oh, and you too, Susie. Well, my imaginary wedding needs a photographer. Susie. Thank you, Connie. Thanks so much. My imaginary one. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more of, and just sit back and look at it. I might add a little bit of chestnut in there because I've not added that in yet. And I do like that colour. Maybe I'll add some of that. Do I want chestnut or do I want sienna brown? What have I got here? Let's have a look. We'll have some chestnut. Let's get, where did I put that? I had it in my hand. Oh my gosh, I tell you, my head, I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed onto me. I really would. So chestnut, I need. Ah, I could say, well, if the time comes, Susie, I shall message you. I'm going to leave the, I'm going to add a little bit of colour into it. It's going to be an ombre hair, yeah. It's going to be an ombre. Okay, so I'm going to add some chestnut coming down. I might add a tiny little bit of the, hold on, because I really want it to come down into a colour of such. So I'm just going to add some of this chestnut in and also into the top. So that we've got a little bit of a presence of it. I think I'm going to put a little bit of my yellow ochre back into the bottom so that you can see it. But it's just a build-up process. I'm trying to decide what I want to add into that. It will come to me because I did it in the Pablos, don't forget. So I want it very light at the base, like I did with the Pablos. I'm just trying to refer over to my page. So look, we did it like that in the past where I did it down. So I'm kind of just trying to follow that. But don't forget, we've also got to build the entire picture up so we can always come back. We don't have to finalise the hair now. I'm going to add a little bit of this in. So chestnut's got a slight red tone to it, which I like. And we can just ever so slightly bring in a bit of that, but I don't want too much. Let me just add it a little. But I might come back to finalising everything towards the end. Add a little bit more black for detail, and then we're going to go over to the face, which we're going to use, I think we use Prisoners today. I know the sound. I don't like the sound, I'm sorry. Thank you, Shara, and hi, Shara. I love the top. I mean, I love that sort of two-tone hair. We have that. It is gorgeous. Okay, so a little bit more. So I'm just going to put my hand. Sorry, I have to put that up there. I'm just going to put my hand there to hold it. Just going to bring a little bit more of the black in. Just to make it a bit darker. That's it. It just finalises it. I love the details. That's the only thing. I really wish that the pencil sharpener was a little bit on the quieter side. Oh, I'm live in the car. Where are you off to? On anywhere nice? Hey, Ian and Frank and Ella if Ella's there. There we go. It's starting to really sort of come to shape now, which is what I like to see. Okay, so mind the face again. I'm going to sort of stress that. Don't put it into the face. There we go. So I'm going to leave that for now as it is. We're going to move over to faces. Hey, Bo, how are you doing? Okay, so just so far, we've just got that kind of colour going. Right. So, no, Ian drives, bless her. Take care, Carrie. Go and have your dinner. Enjoy it. Right, so we need some colours for our... We're going to use, again, we've got Prismacolors, so everyone knows. Yeah, I like the blonde ends. I love that sort of two-tone hair. It's gorgeous. I've really enjoyed doing that when we did the, I think it was 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 the, I So we need Palmer Violet. When we did the two-tone hair in the hair series, Connie, sorry, I'm getting my words muddled up because I'm looking at, when you're multitasking and you're sort of looking at colour names and then you're trying your hardest to talk at the chat, look at colour names, you get it so muddled. It's ridiculous. I know muddled is not a word, it is in my dictionary, muddled up. It's, you know, a difficult one to kind of get right. Okay, so we need some peach, some henna, some nectar. We need some pink, blush pink. I think there's some light peach. Yeah, I'll try to. There are times that I get it completely the other way around, upside down. Oh, I forgot to show you. You know what you can do? Non-photo blue can be used as an undertone, which we might do a little bit of. So we're going to do some non-photo blue underneath on some areas, and I'll show you what I mean by that before you think I'm bananas. Okay. So we need espresso, obviously. That's a standard. Hey, Jacqueline. And if we have a Sarah both come in, or Sarah both, do let me know, because she won the giveaway, and if she hasn't claimed her prize by Saturday, I'm going to redraw. Right, so let's go for it. We need a non-photo blue now. I've got all of my skin tones there, so that's the count. I've got a route for those. Skin tone pencil case to the rescue. And we also need non-photo blue. Which is somewhere. I know, I did. I've got the other one to fill. I did. It's so handy. Okay, I've got it. Right, we ready to do the blue down first. Now, you've got to be so careful when you do this part, because I've done this and it's gone wrong, and I've done it and it's gone right. So we're going to add a bit of non-photo blue first. Now, what this does is add the shading in. I've seen this done numerous times. Momo does it with a big marker, and it put the frighteners on me when I saw hers. No, it's 4 o'clock I start. Kimono by Essie. Right, so what this does, you can pick out where you want your low lights to go. Now, it's going to look like an alien to start with, and you're going to think, geez, Lord, what's going on? I promise you it works, but you got to go very lightly. So this is just a very base undercoat to give you a guide on where you're going with your shading and shadows. Now, this side of the face is going to have ever so slightly more, and also it gives an undertone. Now, as you've probably seen and heard of things being done in an undertone of blue and purple and even green, and this is all it is. It gives you an undertone to your work first. Now, non-photo blue, I think, was specifically designed with that in mind, if I'm right. And you've got some lips there, so be careful. So you're not going over the entire thing. You're just going into areas that you want your shading to go. At least this is how I've done it. So it's just a little bit, and it looks slightly blued out. Thank you. Okay, let's turn your brightness up a little bit. So it will look like a bit of an alien, not an alien. Yeah, not an alien. It's just like a bit of a blue alien. So very lightly add this in, not too dark. So work out where you want your dark areas to go and just add this in. Very light. I'm like on the edge of my pencil going. Yeah, they do purples, they do blues, and they do green. There's a mixture. But the blues has been used quite a lot. And don't forget, you've got that area that comes down into your sort of joins your nose. So it's just a little bit, so you can see it's barely on there. It's just an undertone. So it's just being wary about where you're going to go. Now we're going to get nectar. And onto that, we're going to go with our nectar. So it's just an undertone. You're not going to see it. It eradicates it. It completely goes. It like zooms it out. See you later. Bye-bye. Gone. It goes. So I've just got to find my nectar. Okay. Hi, unicorn. So then if we go for this, you're going to go on the areas that you've just done the blue. Now, you are going to have to press a little bit harder, but it gives you a nice base. So it's just going to start you off. When you're doing skin, a build-up of light layers is best so that you can add and not have to take away. And if you're going on to anything that you've put down, just remember where it is and start off in those areas first. It takes it out. It just gives it a good little base for you. Hey, Joy. So I'm just going to add it in here. And I'm not going harsh. You're just coming out. Oh, and did you see my poster on my community tab? I'm going to be Belinda over at Colour with Faithful Girl. I'm going to be her special guest next Tuesday morning, or my morning, her night. So it'll be 12:30. I'll still be doing my usual stream, but probably bringing it forward a little bit earlier. Hi, May. And May's going to be there too. Your ears must be burning because I was just about to mention you and you came in. So May came up with some challenge ideas towards Belinda, and they did a stream. If you've not seen it, May, link that stream up. That was fun, where they did a challenge of their using gloves to do a picture in half an hour, and it was really funny to watch. And May and Belinda asked me to join on their next challenge. So if you're not already in Belinda's group, her Facebook group, we're asking for ideas. You can also throw ideas at us in the description, on the comments of this video after it's uploaded, and we'll add those to the suggestions. And next Tuesday, we'll be going live, the three of us together. God knows what's going to happen. And we'll be doing one of those challenges set by you. Colour along with any of the nice little town colouring books. Julie's passion for colouring has done many, Zoe. I haven't yet, but maybe in the future. I've got a few firsts before that. But Julie's passion for colouring has got quite a few with the nice little town books. Because I'm a live streamer, so it takes me a little bit longer to do things because I do it real time, whereas videos are sped up by pre-recorded, which is so much easier for your viewing as well. So you're just starting off with bringing in the tone over the blue. So you're going in over the blue. So we're going to add in other colours after. And then same with the neck. If you've got a little shaded area, just build it up. We've got to use many colours to build this up here. So I'm just going to go along here as well. May, did you see my little poster with your little doll? You. No, she doesn't, Zoe. She doesn't. I'm a live one, that's all. Natalie, I can't continue with that one, I'm afraid, for reasons. I have put it in the description why. So I have to do this one instead. That's why I came over to this one. It was my fault. So that one was skin and hair practice. We're going to name that one as. And we come over to this one. Okay. You go to my community tab. No, go and have a look. Okay, we're going to get some henna. And again, just in the darkest areas. So we're going to join it all up after and build it up with our light peach and start to add some highlights. We're going to use some beige. So your blue undertone does not show so much. You've got a little bit of a show with it, and you will see it when you look at it, but it's not too much. It kind of goes. Just gives you a little bit of a head start. It does come through a bit. So we just start it off. Remember, things are a build-up process. They do take some time. I'm kind of flashing you out here. So underneath, you've got these little tiny crevices. As with the nose, you've got a little crevice there. So kind of just put that back in with your henna. Now, I'm going to just base now, and then we'll start to join up and add out details. I need to find the page. I know, they're so cute, right? I said that as well. They are so cute. I've put us as dolls. I thought they were adorable when I did them. I was like, oh my goodness. I think Belinda liked them as well. Yeah, I found it. Okay. So beige is a yellow shade, quite yellowy when you put it down. So we're going to use that too. Oh no, really? That's a shame. I didn't know that. Okay, so you need just the light peach to blend that out on the edges. And again, this will take a build-up process. We're going to add some pinky colour into the cheeks and add a little bit of a brownie tone to it as well. So just blend out those edges. We're not going to do anything else just yet. That blend, blend, blend out. Be careful of the hair, because this is what I mean by muddying. It will muddy it into the forehead, which is not what we're looking for. So just be a little bit mindful when you're doing that. This side of her is going to be slightly darker because it's shadowed and it's shaded a little bit more. So we're going to bring in a heavy presence of espresso. But for now, just focus on where you want the blend out to happen, and then leave the areas for now where you're going to have nothing. So just you're building up and leaving the pressure as you're coming up. So the pressure's lightening off your pencil. So when you bring in your pink, for instance, blush pink, you can introduce that and we can start building up colours. It's just a process of that. It's like it's a repetitive thing that you're doing. It's like a complete repetition of grab another colour, build up, another one, build up, and just keep building up until you're happy with the result. Yeah, maybe that was great. I did enjoy that. I must admit, I was sitting there giggling away, but you know that anyway. It was a great stream to watch. It really was. Okay, there's me throwing cards around. So when you get the blush pink, I'm just going to focus on very lightly applying that in. So not too much, just build it up a bit. So go from the corner here. Think about where that will go and just add it in. Is it on your screens? Is it? Hold on. Yeah, we're going to keep repeating, but we just got to build up first. Hold on, we've got to get this right in your screens. It's really getting to me now. So you're just planning to start with Tammie. It's like when you plan it out, you're putting your colours in and then you're starting to build on it. So see with that, we've already got a base coat down. This is like the base coat is where you're going from. So then we're going to bring in some clay rose. Which I need to get out of my thing. Hold on. I'm going to bring in some clay rose now, which is going to tone this down a bit. So you're repeating a process because you've planned it out, if that makes sense. So you're planning first where you want your tones to go and then building up from there. So blue undertone just kind of gets it started for you. That's all it does. I always wondered what it was. It just gives it a slight different tone. But you can't go too heavy-handed on it, otherwise it just completely overtakes it. So the clay rose is just going to change up that a tiny little bit. And as I said, you're going to bring in other colours anyway. Oh, Tammy, bless you. Right, so then when you're going to bring in, like, say, for instance, we're going to bring our beige in, yeah? Our beige is just going to give it a highlight. So look at your highlight areas. So, like, here will be your highlight area because it's the middle of the forehead, as is the bridge of your nose, and as is that area between sort of your cheek and your lip. It kind of, this is just planning out, and then we build, yeah? And under your chin we'll have a little highlight as well. So very, very lightly with your beige, because it's a yellow tone, you don't want to yellow it out. It's just, this is all your planning in your head. Again, this is just my style, Tammy. Yeah, it's not like written in stone, it's just my style. So then we're going to come back to our nectar. And this is where we repeat a little bit. So when you're going back on a colour, I'll try and like tell you my process as I go. When you're coming back on a colour, you're not going to plague it, but it is just now going to start to repeat and build, so that you're looking at what you want. And it's all preference. So on the edge of this is going to be darker, so you're going to have like espresso, or you could put black, but if you do black, you're going to have to go really light. We can bring in some brown tones if you really wanted to, because it doesn't have to be as pink. But it's entirely up to you how you want to sort of do it. Not that long. In my own time, skin will probably take me about half an hour. Because I'm on stream with you guys and I'm trying to talk you through my process, it takes me a bit longer, but not too long. It's just because I talk you through step by step on what I'm going to be doing. That's all. So then when I grab in some Parma Violet, before we do all the middle, I'm going from the outside first. That's just going to give it a slightly different tone that I like. You don't have to put the violet in. You can leave this part out, but I just really like the tone. Just on the edge. Just like around the edging of everything. So we've still got to go to the neck. And it really is like the lightest shade of it, you can imagine. Thanks, May. Take care, Mike. Yeah, you have to wait a little while with chats, don't you? Because you have to wait until it renders out. Okay, and then like beige, we don't need that so much anymore. I'm going to get the peach. And again, this is just my style. Just my style. Everyone's got a different style. So then with the peach, very light-handed build up. But every different skin I do is different. It comes out different. It doesn't always look identical. Because they're not going to be, are they? It depends on the picture. It depends on your style. It depends what you want to do. And you can change things up. Once you get confidence, you can do what you want. It becomes like a second nature. It becomes something that you just start to do and enjoy. It does take away blue. It does. The blue just, it gives you an undertone, that's all. And that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so you're just working your way out from the edge. And as I said, we'll start and try and get just a poppy or two done. We'll look at the poppy colours. And again with the underneath of the neck. And we'll do this all by the end, and I'll show you exactly. I'll try and take you through everything that I do. We need a white as well, and a light peach. So I'm not in chat for a second, everybody. I'm just trying to talk you through it. Hey Tracy, you're not late. It's fine. You guys, you got lives. You have lives. I say it all the time. Life first. Okay, so very, very, very lightly, you're buffing in. It's going to look a bit liney until you get your white and into your highlights. So we've still got to get espresso in on this and build a little bit more. Okay, so we're just going to add this in because we've still got to add our shade in here as well. Let's just get a base coat in on this. If I sort of turn it, you'll see a little bit more how deep it can be. Can you see that? We're starting to build up. It just takes a bit of time. When it's down, you've got the lights hitting it, yeah? So you can kind of see the tones if I do that. It just takes a bit of time. And as I said, the lights are going to hit this. If I try and take that away a bit, can you see that a little bit better? Hold on. 1 minute. Let's change that a little bit. Let's just move this around. Is that better? Can you see a little bit better with a deep tone? It's just easier for me to work with the lights, but I can move them a bit. You tell me. Okay, so then building in a little bit. Let's bring in some espresso. Where did I put that? Yeah. Okay, some espresso is just going to be your shadows. You just start to bring them in where you want darkest. So it just really is a case. I just got to come forward a minute. And like the nose there, mind the hair, but the nose here will sort of overshadow that area underneath her eye. And the same with this sort of side. Now don't forget, we've got her lips here and her nose. So I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And then you can bring a slight bit of shading in where it should come down on the nose as well. So you've got to press quite light on this section. Just take your time with it. Take care, Camille. Anyone that I've not seen or missed or any of that, I do apologise because my head's down. But I'm going to come up from this in a second and actually come and talk to you for a bit because I feel like I'm missing out. It takes some time. Hold on. So it is all the lighting, isn't it? Okay. So very lightly with your espresso. The same with the underneath. All the espresso does, it kind of shades without it being too dark like black. Like black's so final, isn't it? I really want to have a little play around with something as well. I'll see how long we got on stream. In like a part, sort of second part of this stream. Just want to have a little play. Okay. Let's see how my back gets on. I won't promise anything yet. Right, what we're going to do also is get the, I'm going to get more peach on the case. Let's get that one. Okay. Let's get peach. And just bring that in. You've got to be quite careful with touching the hair because Prismacolors are waxy. And it really does make a big difference. Yeah, it's roughly about that, to be honest. Because you're going back on yourself with colours, aren't you? And then light peach, you're building up. That's all you're doing. You're building up. It's just a case of repeating. until you're happy and you've got a smooth blend, because what can happen as well, it can become quite muddy and grainy depending on the paper. So just go with until you're happy with the blend on it. So I'm just adding that in at the top as well. So what I am going to do, because I've missed it out at the very top of that before I do the neck, is I'm going to come with some clay rose. That's what I mean. We're going back on the same colours. Where did I put that? Where's my clay rose gone? There it is. I'm just going to go around the edge a bit. And into that pink. Just got to build up on that a little bit more. So you'll see as well when you're doing your page, you know, when the light hits it, you might see some grains because you forget they're quite a waxy build-up pencil. You like whacking the trolls. You do such good jobs of it. You get them. All right, the dog's going to bark. Shit. Shh. 1 minute, guys. 1 second. Let me just go down. Hold on. Chip. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. No. Shush. It wasn't to pick up. No. Oh, that's Mum's. That's not mine. Okay, that was Mum's book. It wasn't mine. No, it's Amazon, but it's Mum's book, Lou. Nothing for me. It's Mum's Rita Berman book. Just put it in the spare room, Andrew. Okay, so we're just putting blush pink. I'm adding that in slightly. Hey, how are you doing? He doesn't know how to be quiet when Amazon comes. And he barks the bloody paste. And you're like, Chip! Okay, I'm just adding final little touches on this before I do the neck. Because we can... I don't want to, like, overbuild her. Okay. So I'm just going to bring this over, guys, so I can see what I'm doing because I'm at this angle. Okay. Right, what should we do our lips? Should we do them pink? Okay. Right, then you need just, I'm going to get a white in. And I'm just going to bring the areas together in the middle by her nose and her forehead and underneath her chin, where we've got light areas, and just there as well. So it's the lightest areas of all. Oh, thank you. Right, now the neck. What should we do the neck like? Should we do it a little bit? I'm going to put a little bit brown. A little bit dark. Your postman loves you. Our postman used to love Chip, but then he got sent somewhere else, and that was gutting. Okay, just going to put some dark brown. And we're just going to build that up sort of around these areas. And we've got to build... Oh, let's put some dark brown here as well, because we had those hairs, didn't we? We've got to do our lips, our eyes, but let's just do the neck and the skin first. So let's make sure that we've got that covered, all right? Let's just add in those in. Okay, so just like these parts here where we've got the neck, where we've got the hair, I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark brown. You see, it's not too much, it's just building it up a little bit, just coming inwards. Andrew, Can I pop you? Yes. Oh my God, this dog. Does anyone want him? That went a bit cold. Can I have a new one, please? I think I'm going to do him pinky, Tammy. Like natural. I don't think I want lipstick on her. I don't think she'd suit lipstick. Okay. Let's go for some light peach. And again, I'm just going to go over and sort of blend out the edges of that dark brown. Just be a bit mindful when you're doing that because you can muddy it. So don't go too much into it. Join the end. So join the end of the blend rather than go over the entire area so you're not muddying it. Hey, Miss Pickle. You back now. How's Mini Hulk? Bless him. Okay, so let's go for some nectar. And again, I'm not going to do too much on this net. We just got to make it look a bit more natural. So just adding in that shade to match kind of thing. Hey, Joanne, how are you doing? How is everybody? Hope you're doing well. So we are this, you know, it is a slower process than people think. I'm breaking it down. So I am slower than what I would do if I was on my own. Obviously, you know, it's not going to take as long in your own time because you're not going to sit there saying, right, this is where this goes. You're just going to get on with it, aren't you? So it's just, it won't take you as long as I'm doing it on stream with you. Oh, that's nice of them to know, to tell you now. YouTube cracks me up. They're like, so-and-so is live. Yep, I'm there. I'm there. They do that to me all the time. I just know your times, May, but I watched your one back, your little frog and your man. What are they called? Rover and what was the other one? And then I watched yours and Belinda's. There we go. Sort of mixing in now. She has a Snapchat. You make me laugh. Oh, I'm sure she was fine. All right, and now we're going to get black, which is the final bit kind of thing. So black, don't do too much of with Tammy if you're going to do it because it's going to end up being overwhelming. So black is literally your shading tool to put shadows. And when I do black, I do the lightest possible coverage. Roger and Rover, that's it. And then with the eyebrows, you're kind of going to just go over those as she's drawn them. So she's drawn them like their hair, so you go with the same process of it. She's done them black, so you kind of have to go with that rather than another colour, because another colour wouldn't come over it at all. So you're sort of darkening them up. Yeah, it does, May. I did one before on mine, and it made them fierce because I did a leopard one over it. It was really, really fun. And the eyes, just add the little lashes back in with them. So it kind of just stands out a little bit more. Then if you really want to, just very lightly shade in on the edge. Same with this part, you just got to be very wary about the amount that you're using. So just a light coverage. And same with the nostril and with the hair here. And underneath the lip. So can you see it makes a huge difference? Thanks, I'm so thirsty. Thank you. Take care, Lynette. Thanks for joining. Okay. Shading with black is minimal. Like minimal. So that's showing up on your screen, okay? So you can see it's really sort of, it kind of just, oh, let's do it so the lights on here. It kind of just gives it a little bit of a shading, not too much. And then with your, again, with this, you can come down now. Yeah, so it just adds in. See, some of them are already black, and they're the ones that are sort of pre-existing. Here you go. It just adds it in. Thank you, darling. Okay, lips, we're going to go quite natural. Excuse me. So I'm going to go just for some shading of chestnut. Let's go for that side first. And you know your sort of lips where they close would be slightly darker, so you can add the most shading in on that part. I'm just going to add that down, yeah. So again, Posca, we've got to do Posca as well. And the eyes, I'm just going to go with the brown because they're very heavily grayscaled. So there's not much you can do with those. We're just going with the chestnut first. And now we're going to add some peach. We'll build it up. So we're going to add some peachy colour. Or should we add, we'll add some blush pink. Let's do blush pink. Okay, so we'll do some blush pink in there. Onto that chestnut, and we'll add some light peach. So it's not perfect, it's no, you know, I'm not aiming for it to be, as long as it looks okay. Okay, and then we've got light peach, which is going to go and then blend straight into her skin like ours would. It'll blend into your skin, wouldn't it? They wouldn't look odd. They would blend so that they belong to your face, not out of your face. So you muted the sound. Oh, thank you. Yes, you can. Okay, let's put my tea over there so we're not in my way. Okay, so just need to grab some inspiration ideas. Now, throw them at me. If you've got Google in front of you and you've got access, because I haven't, let's have a look here. I want to have a look on Google at Poppy's colours. Poppy colours. So we've got the bright red ones, haven't we? So we need to have a look. Bear with me. Let's have a look at poppies. So we've got some, we've got some orange ones, some orangey ones. We've got some red, and they're yellow as well. So we could do some orange and red. What do you think? I don't really want to do the yellows. Should we do some, oh, thank you, Connie. Should we do some red and some orange poppies? I'll do a hand. I know I've not done a hand. We'll do a hand as we work our way down. I just want to get some colour inspiration ideas for the poppies. Should we do a hand then? And then just quickly do. Yeah. Reds, just reds. I mean, there are so many reds in the Prismas. There's loads of them. I mean, they've got these like, when I mean by the oranges, they're like this type of orange. They're a deep orange, but then they've got like poppy red is perfect. It's gorgeous rainbow poppies. You would, and they would be amazing, but they would look so weird if I did it. So we could do a base of poppy red on the red ones and work our way up. We've got to do that. Should we find poppy red? Let's base them. Okay. I've got a Prismacolor that's the opposite way round. Usually the number is at the end, but look, the number, can you see that? Is at the tip. I had it the other way round. I was thinking yellow for her top, Katrina. I was thinking like an ochre, like a goldeny colour. I wanted like a gold for her top. What do you think? Let's just base some poppies in some poppy red, and then we'll do our hand. So let's go for this one. Let's just base them. So you're just going for a base colour. You're going to put some other deep colours in this. So let's just base which ones we want with the red, and we'll base a couple with some oranges. Yeah, and then we're going to have a golden top, I think. Okay, so the ones we're doing completely red and deep red are going to be the ones that I'm basing now. We'll go with, I think the ones at the side will be the oranges. This one will do orange. This will be a complete red one. So the way I'm doing it is just going from a medium pressure to a light. We're just letting ourselves know where we want to go with them, yeah? We know the way. We've paved the way. We've paved it. So what's the colour along? Does anyone know? Anyone doing them in, I know Becky's got anime. In May. Anyone got some colour alongs going on? That one will be orange. This one will be red. We're just paving the way. Oh my gosh, Pickle. Hey, Robin. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I hope you're all right. Let me know, Pickle. Write it. Anyone that's doing a colour along, pop it in there now so I can see and I can come back. You're right, Lulu. Anything that you know of or you're hosting over on Instagram or your Facebooks or whatever it might be, what colour alongs are you hosting or participating in for the month of May? I am doing the Hannah Lynn along take 2. So any Hannah Lynn pictures, Pickle, you can enter the one that you're doing. So the Hannah Lynn along we did last year and it was such a success. Plus I love Hannah. So it gives us an excuse to do some Hannah Lynn pictures. And I will do one here with you. Thank you, Lulu. Oh, you've got to come on there, Tammy. Susie, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just let us know what they are. I love to know. Okay, so now I'm going to do a base in oranges on the ones that I want with an orange tone. So I'm going to go with a light orange for now, like a goldenrod. Yeah, I'm going to stick some goldenrod down. And that's just going to let me know that they're going to be orange. And then we'll do her hand because her hand's calling me to do. The hand is saying, please colour me. So the goldenrod is going to be the oranges. It's not going to be this colour. It's going to be a deep orange. But it just lets me know, it signifies, and it gives me a base. So there's quite a few poppies in these sort of tones. Just letting us know which way we're going. Hi, Claire. You're going to do that one as well. You're organising your pencils. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, if there's anything you're hosting, just pop. Don't worry about not wanting to post it in chat, let us know. Or alternatively, if you're watching this back and you want everyone to know, you just put it in the comments which colour alongs that you'll be hosting. Right, so these ones at the side, I think I'm going to do a mixture. So we'll do the poppy reds. So it means I'm going to have to do this page, but we're not going to do this page. We're doing page 1. Yeah, I don't mind lurkers. I am absolutely fine with you doing what you have to do and lurking, because honestly, I said all the time, you do have a life. Okay, so these are, as I said, just going to let us know which ones are red and which ones are orange. So I'm going to have to colour this whole thing, aren't I? Oh, it's going to look very odd. Have you just got it on one page, guys, in the Colouring Heaven? Do let me know. If you've got your Colouring Heaven magazine, is it just one page? Because I don't really want to do the second page here. It's just a one-pager. I'll do the second page in my own time. Because it's just poppies, which we're doing there. So you just can follow the same techniques. It's such an annoying thing going down the creases, isn't it? Ah, it's horrible. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go here. I think we'll do... Should we do that one as an orange? Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so goldenrod base. It's going to be a very vivid orange, but I'm just putting a base down. Yeah, yeah, Tilly. Okay, so we're just going to add that on there. And then what we're going to then do is do our hand, and we'll start on a poppy so we know what we're doing. So when we come back next time, I could try. Who's streaming today? I don't want to lap over anyone's times, but then equally, I always say, you know, if people want to stream, they can stream. I'm not. You're saying with my time, no one owns time. It's just being courteous. Ah, Gracelyn. Okay, so if we zoom out a minute. Okay, can you see what we're going to do? We're going to do like an orangey type. What time, Connie? Let me know, because I'll get done in an hour. Okay, that's fine. So I've got a bit of time then, Connie, have I? Let's do her hand. Her hand is really, really calling me. It's saying, Sam, don't leave me. So we're using Prismas for those that are joining. We've got a bit of time, Connie, and then I'll be off anyway. I'll be done in probably half an hour, Connie, and then the floor is yours. I'll be done soon, I promise. Okay, let's go for nectar. Nectar is here. So now with the hand, I'm going to have to bring it over. Bring. We're using Prismas and I'm using nectar, and I will zoom you in. Right. So with the hand, I'm going to just plan where those sort of shading parts are. So underneath the fingers, on this bit of the hand where she's holding. But overall, my hands are quite light. I don't know if you can see if you look at the hand. No. You've got your time. I'll be done soon. I promise. I just don't want to lap over. Okay, so we're going to add. I'll do the hand, Connie. We'll think of one of the combinations for those. And then, what are you doing today? That's a good question. What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to just shake the camera for a second because I'm going to move it just that way. Hold on. There we go. I was just moving it over a bit because it was all in my... Okay. So when you're planning out with the shading on the hands, the cuff will have some, because she's got some cuff there, hasn't she? The Mitsubishis, how are you finding those? Let us know. We all like to know about new things. Does anyone else have the Mitsubishi pencils? They're not something I've had because I found that the small one that I had was very hard, but I don't know if they're the same. I'll show you which ones I've got and you can tell me if they're the same look because I've not compared. But I've heard that some people find them quite hard. You like them. That's good though. Okay. So next we're going to sort of come outwards into peach. And I'm going to put an extender on this. I'm finding now all of them have got extenders on them. And because I don't want to break out the new set until these have died. When these die, I will. These have still got some life in them yet. Okay, and then just blend out slightly of that nectar very lightly because we're going to go around the edge of this hand. We're going to have espresso in there as well. I've got my nail varnish. You know when you scrape your nails, ladies, you have this problem. When you've painted your nails and you scrape your hand on your page, do you find that you get some of your nail polish on the page? Okay, so we're going to just put some of that in. I do it all the time. Yeah, same colours. Same colours. Connie's a gorgeous colourist. I know, Victoria, right? I do it all the time and I'm like, no. And then we're going to go to light peach. I've got it on this page. I'm just going to go over the entire thing. She's got one nail showing, so she needs some polish. So over the entire hand. And the same as her thumb at the side. We've still got to blend out a bit. Welcome back, Honor. So we've got to blend out. We've not blended out yet. We're just covering. Oh, me, Marie. Yeah, you just do a Hannah Lynn picture and post it. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up. Because of what happened this month, I've not reposted my fairy tale entries. And I don't think I'll have the time to because there's so many. But that's because of circumstances. I always do. I might have a mass catch-up today. We'll see. But the Hannah Lynn along starts in May. And all you have to do is colour any Hannah Lynn picture, whether you're a Patreon, a VIP member, or someone that has her books. It doesn't matter. Any Hannah Lynn picture you have. It can be one of her freebies that she's got. She has freebies on her website. It can be off her Etsy store, anything, PDF, book, whatever, you name it. You can enter with any. Yeah, it's on. You can put it on Instagram. You put it on Facebook if you're on Facebook, Tammy. I've got my Facebook page. I can add it in. Hey, Kathy. I did not see you there. How are you doing? So you can enter any which one, and I just repost them. Perfect, Marie. Perfect. And if you don't have any of the social media platforms, email me. My email's in the description of this video. And I will put it in with everybody else's because I make an album. So you can do that. It's entirely up to you. I love doing the colour alongs. They're just a pleasure to me. I've been doing them for a few years now and they bring so much joy. And everyone seems to enjoy them as well, which is why I do them. Once they don't become enjoyable for people, then that's when I stop. Okay, so I'm just going to go to espresso and I'm going to start to add over the cuff. Now, it's just a bit of shading so that, you know, it looks like things are slightly shadowing out. Same as her fingers. You don't want to make it look dirty. You're just adding a shadow to the bits that need it. And take care, Shara. Thanks for coming. Have a good day. And then we're going to add some clay rose. And I'm trying to look at my own hands. Now, my knuckles have a slight colour. So just look at your own hands. Just put them out. And I'm going to say, like, my knuckles are probably the darkest and your fingers. So you do have a bit of shading in those. You don't have to be that specific, but we're just kind of going with what is, you know. So just look at what it flashes it out a bit. I'll lift it up. So I'm just bringing up a bit. Hold on. So I'm just not in chat for a second. I'm just trying to focus on getting the colour down on the page. And I'll lift it up for you. Okay, so one second. That is really not showing you what it looks like. Let me zoom out. Why has that gone? That's gone like a pink. Hold on. I've got to reset these settings because they're giving you a different colour to what it is. It's not even beige. It's more of a tone like you have on your real hands. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to show you. It's kind of like a... Oh, Oh, it really is driving me nuts this today. It's really giving you a full sense. Hold on. Right, let's reset it and go back. Let's see if that, hold on guys. See that flash it out? Let's see if it gives you a different, hold on. Let me see. Let's change the settings a little bit. Bear with me everyone, I'm just playing with lighting. No, that flashes it. I'm gonna give up in a minute. Okay, it's just bear with it. It'll go in the end. I'm not gonna keep fiddling because I'll spend this whole last half hour fiddling. So I'm just gonna add a peach in. And then I'm just gonna grab some white. Hopefully, if I just fiddle a little bit more, you'll get a proper look of how it will look on screen. So the middle, we're just going to blend out. So you've got a bit of a seamless blend rather than it be all grainy. So if that's going to show it, hold on. Can you hear her? Yeah, she likes to sing song, my little girl. So I don't know if that's going to show you. Anyway, we'll roll with that because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here and I'll try and get the lighting right for next time. It's good day, bad day. It's overcast as well at the minute here, so it can be that. I have got studio lighting. Maybe the bulb needs changing. I might buy another bulb because they start to dim and you have to change them. So I'll get another bulb. Okay. What we'll quickly do is focus on this here. So let's just quickly look before we finish at some colours. When I've done them, I have to prepare for them, Marie. I will be very shortly. It was just time, darling, because we had a loss, that was all. So very shortly. Okay, let's put that way. And let's focus on the poppy. Okay, let's see. So we need some deep reds. And we're using Prismas. So we're going to look at the Crimson Lake is a good one. That's like a very deep red. What's another good one is Scarlet Lake. Crimson Red. They're all good reds. So we're going to pull them all out. So we're going to look at these colours. And in the very middle of a poppy, it's quite dark, like black and espresso and brown would be good colours. So if you look in the very middle of a poppy, it looks black, doesn't it? Now, what I have found when you're shading a poppy or any reds of any kind, the good sort of shading ones can be the darkest, like a dark purple, or you can even go to like a black grape. And that's what I tend to use over red. So if you get like a black grape, yeah, Tuscan Red's a good colour. I've got that one out. I really like using like a black raspberry or a black grape. We're going to go for black raspberry as the very middle. So when you're shading the deepest colour, you can use this to kind of shade it out. Now, Tuscan Red I have got in front of me somewhere, bear with me. So we're just going to pull these colours out and we're going to have a play, get a combination started. And once we've got a combination started, nice. Hi, Faith, good to see you. Thank you, Becky. once we've got a combination down, we'll write it down. When we come back, we can do it. That's what we're going to do. So let's get a combination started and grab our colours, which is the most important bit. Black in the middle sections. We're going to have black. We need espresso and we need a dark brown. Should we? No, yeah, dark brown. Okay, so you know the very middle of a poppy is quite dark, isn't it? So we're going to go for those. So they're good references. The poppy red is what we started with to signify which ones we're going to have red. It's a good colour. Now, if you look at poppies, let's get one on my screen. If you look at poppies, they are very vivid. That bright and yeah, it's bright. So we're going to have a little look at red poppies. And they're very, very, very vivid. Now the middles can be, I don't know if you can see that. So they are quite light in the middle, but then if it's got some shading from that sort of area that might be shadowing it, it's quite dark. So it depends on how you want to build this up. Now I'm finding the mid section of this is the brightest into very light, and then this part is quite dark. So that's what we're going to go with. Yeah. So I'm just looking. The middle is like a brownie. We can go for a number of things, but poppy fields are really bright. I'll go like round here. So we've got, we've got the dark at the base, the dark in the middle, and then the very vivid bright on top. So we're going to go with these colours. I think poppy red is going to be a definite. We're going to have Scarlet Lake. We'll go for the Tuscan on the underneath. We might need that. We'll come back to that. And we'll use Crimson. So we use those four for now. We'll come back to those other colours after. So you just grab them. That's all we've got to do. So we've got the Poppy Red. We've got the Tuscan Red. We need Crimson Red and Scarlet Lake. Crimson Red and Scarlet Lake. That's one of them. And Scarlet Lake. And then we can start. Yeah, you can colour any Hannah-Lynn image. Any. There we go. So they're all four. So I think we'll start with our Poppy Red, and I'm going to come over this way. And I'm going to zoom you in. And don't forget to check out the poster on the community tab about Belinda's string with me and May. If there's any questions, email me about any of the colour alongs. Just email me and I'll reply. I've got to get back to a few emails that I've just seen. And if Sarah, if you watch this back, Sarah both, you won the giveaway. If you don't claim your prize by Saturday, I'm going to redraw because that's a whole week and I think that's fair. Right, so we're going to go for Poppy Red here, and we're going to go for, I'm going to go for the top first. So we started off with a base and we're going to start to build up. So just a little bit more pressure at the bottom and fade upwards. The very top, we're going to have some white as well. So it like gives it a little bit more of a light feel to it. Now this is going to be darker. So we're going to go for the Tuscan Red. So just put your dark down first. So am I making sense? Yeah. Because that's automatically going to sort of shade over it. So it gives it shade because it's not in the light, doesn't it? And then I'm going to come back to my Poppy Red.